what would be the typical home that in your area? Like if somebody starts shopping, what would be the most common type of home, both single family, and I understand that you have quite a bit of condominiums and buildings in the area.
So we cover such a diverse area in our Tampa Bay market, from the beaches to Gulf Front, which would be, for a condo on the beach in our area, facing the beach for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, $750. Okay, approximately. And then
so the 2-bedroom,
house,
2-bath is the very typical configuration, or there are threes more common?
there are some bigger ones as well, for sure. A lot of them are more of a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. You do have some larger penthouses that would be bigger, but a lot of the complexes, and we're talking from Clearwater Beach all the way down to St. Pete Beach, we have a bunch of world-class beaches, and you can buy a condo there, and a vacation rental in some of those areas you could purchase, that you could rent out, and some have restrictions where you can't. But
Right.
from 700 up, you can buy a condo, and for a really nice one, if you have a 1.5 million to spend, you could definitely buy a really, really nice condo on the beach. Single family homes on the beach are, way up there, 5 million and
Right.
up. And then when you move inland into out of the beach community, a regular home in the beach communities, just on a street that's not on a canal, they'd be an older ranch, a basic home. They start now in the 600-700 range. But as you move away from the beaches and into Tampa, we have such crazy range, because if you want to be in South Tampa is our most popular high-end area of Tampa, near downtown. I mean, you're going to be looking at closer to 750 just to get into that market. But moving on into the suburbs,
for a single family home.
Yeah, for a single family home. Yeah,
And
that would be the
about
bottom.
Typically 3-2.
Yeah, to be in the really popular area. Yeah, 3-2 with 1,700 square feet, something like that. But they're more of an older bungalow style. They're real old homes from the 20s, the 1920s. But there's so many areas around the downtown area that feed right into downtown. For within 20-30 minutes, you can be there, and you can live in a suburb, which is more of a neighborhood, not the old city, area. And those homes, I would say our average right now is around 400,000 for a nice single family property. And, that was built between 1970 and up to new. The new homes now, probably around 500, and you can really get into new construction into, pretty comfortably.
So are they built as communities, or they're kind of one standing alone?
Pretty much all communities now. There are some builders that will buy a lot here and there and build a home, but most of the Tampa area is built out. So you can't find new communities being built in Tampa. But the areas around Tampa, which we consider Tampa, such as,
Tampa Metro.
Lutz and Land O'Lakes and Odessa and all these, Riverview, Apollo Beach, all these towns around Tampa have more land. And so they develop the land into new subdivisions. And those subdivisions will have multiple builders, sometimes selling properties within the community. So you have different building options and different building styles and different, ways that they go about building, because some of them are more custom and some are more, you get this and it's cheaper, but you don't get to pick a lot of things.
Right.
So there's a big range of that. And those communities are more of a master plan community. So it's within the community, you have your own community. You have a clubhouse, you have a pool, you have a fitness center, a place. Some of them have movie theaters. They're not huge, but the movie theater where you can go in as your family, and you can go in and you can just say, hey, I want to reserve the movie theater for 6 tomorrow. And you can bring 20 people and put on a movie and watch it with a big movie screen.
That's cool.
So it's pretty neat. Yeah. Fitness centers are nice too.
How are the HOA fees for places like that?
They range. So most of those have what's called a CDD fee. So I don't know if you guys have CDD fees in California. So it's a community development district fee, and it's actually in the tax bill. So when the builder develops the neighborhood, they put in this infrastructure, like this big clubhouse. Like some of them have 3 or 4 buildings. It looks like Walt Disney World. 2-3 pools, a beautiful gym, a sauna, a hot tub, a dock to go out and get little canoes within the communities and stuff like that. Those are infrastructure, and they put it into the tax bill, and it's called a CDD. And they can range from $2,000 to $4,000 a year. usually depending on your
That's not
lot
too
size.
scary.
What's that?
It's not too scary because here, what we see in terms of HOA fees, they're typically in condos. Single family homes here are typically one of a kind, standalone things. And like around 500 a month, that's typical.
Yes, for our condos, we would be more, that'd be kind of high for some, it depends on the price range of the condo and what it covers. So the condos can be from 200 on up. You know, I have one listed right now that's 1,000 a month, you know. So
I wonder what kind of services
it covers a lot. Yeah. So it depends what it covers, you know, with those fees. But if the community doesn't have a CDD fee and they have infrastructure, they will charge a higher HOA if they have those things. And usually the HOA will equal just about what the CDD would be if they have a similar infrastructure.
All right.
But there are neighborhoods with none of the above. So there's neighborhoods that's a community, and there's maybe 125 a year for the HOA, and all it does is maintain the front sign. You know what I mean? So there's a big range.
Interesting. Yeah, it's yeah. So if that's a CDD, who maintains the facilities? Is it the community itself, or is it part of the government function in that case?
The government functioning, but basically what they do is they have to keep the staff there. So they have to maintain the staff. That's part of that fee. So for example, the neighborhood I live in has about 1,000 homes, just to make it an easy thing. And we pay an average of, you know, 3,000 per home, let's say.
Right.
And then they take that, they're maintaining the infrastructure, they're doing improvements and maintenance, they have staff.
So that's government, but it's government controlled. It's not whatever. Here we have HOA maintenance organizations that are doing this kind of stuff.
So, correct. And like my neighborhood has both an HOA and a CDD, but my HOA is only 130 a year. The CDD is maybe 3,800 a year, you know. So
that's an expensive sign in front of the. It's inexpensive sign for 130 per house.
Right. And all they do is tell you if you're doing something wrong, like you left your garbage can out, or you know you parking something you're not supposed to in the driveway, or you got to paint your house or pressure wash. So the HOA is very limited. It's more to keep the neighborhood looking nice as far as the homes go.
It's a mixed bag, I assume.
Yes,
some HOAs are better than others. So in terms of jobs, what kind of industries are in the area, and